Phone line. Earphone. Earphone.
Now everything I touch don't feel the same. I don't rush every step I turn to trust. It's worth more than love. I used to care what they all thought. Now better dance and cost off. I've been focused on the long walk. Why they distracted by small talk? I see people switch for less. See way love get expressed. So I learned to protect my rest and invest in my progress. Now I don't move for approval. I move for what's more you.
Check on YouTube. Check on YouTube on Facebook. See the live. Check on YouTube. Check on YouTube.
I move like I've been here before. I don't need to go anymore. I just open the door. Every failure turn into every loss became my school. Now I stay calm, never cool. I stopped feeding down in fear. Now I see things clear. I'm not loud, but I'm real strong. Took my time, I stayed long. Now my silence feel like song. Now it's playing all alone. I don't need applause to feel valid. I just need peace in my head. Every step I take, stop getting down. Now it's clear. I'm not loud, but I'm real strong. After they already just one. I was down, but I stayed consistent. On the crowd, I don't exist. All I kept was now everything I touch don't feel the same.
Dominica is so untouched.
Hey, the love of God has got me on side. That is the I was in so dry, but now I'm out here feeling so tired. I'm chilling in the shade. I give me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making it rain. My Jesus making it rain. I watch my he's watching. Hey, it's gonna be okay. I give me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making it rain. Waters, give me some holy fire. Never thought he gave me guidance. I guess he just forgot that Malcolm said he came for better. Come out of the he needs to dark. Come to the next better. That's the first. The love of God has got me on spine. That is the I was in so bad, but now I'm out here.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sorry for the late response. My name is Deanton Powell. My co-host is Dorset Bullet. We want to welcome each and every one of you all back to Uncut 242. I just want you all to know on TikTok, we are live on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. We want everybody to, on all of our social media platform. Please go on TikTok. Please put F1 inside the comment because they already report us. We just started and they didn't report us. We even need to start saying nothing yet and they didn't report us on TikTok. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But as y'all come and continue tapping the screen and sharing the live, also everybody on Facebook, please put at highlight, at follow inside the comments, tap the screen and share the live. And also on YouTube, you can go on our page and go and subscribe to our page and like the page and subscribe. I want to welcome each and every one of you all to Uncut 242. We are live inside the studio today, so we have a lot to talk about. I want to welcome my awesome co-host to the show. I want to welcome my best friend, Dorset L. Bullet.
All
Y'all
right,
know what
all
the
right,
L
all right,
means.
all right.
The L means loser.
Boy, boy, with a friend like him who needs enemies, boy, good.
At least I got you got one, but we talking about your back.
Yeah, sure. Because I rather that hear you talk about it in the front rather than talk about it in the back. Because listen, we tired of that. You understand me? That's why we got to tell these legislators, but they hip to their face. Not talk about it behind the back, or let's talk about it when we at the water cooler at work. We just talk about, yeah, child, you know how they go and they did it. No, we can talk about it in their face.
We got to. It's a dirty job. Someone got to do it.
Yeah.
And why not let it be us, Bahamians?
And start now.
So I would like for each and every one of y'all for y'all to come and continue tapping the screen and sharing the light. If y'all could hear us perfectly clear, just let us know. So we could fix the audio, because when it comes to us and this thing and with this audio, we just gotta get it right. But I know we get it right today. But I want to welcome each and every one of y'all today. Yeah. We have so much stuff happening inside this country, this little country we got.
Boy.
Give me 1 minute. Let's see. I forget to put my phone on do not disturb.
Yeah.
Y'all give me a minute.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a lot of topics to discuss this evening. We're going to do a little bit different from how we normally do our show on Thursdays. We're going to do it a little different. But ladies and gentlemen, I know for sure that these topics that we're going to talk about is going to hit us home. And when I say it's going to hit us home, it's going to hit us to where we know for a fact that we have a lot of issues that we need to address. And the only way we can address these issues is if we speak about it. And not just speak about it, but actually put them into action. All right? Now, we know we're tired of the back and forward, the back and forward, the back and forward, the back and forward. And I think now for 54 years coming up, we are sick and tired. So tonight, we're going to talk about some issues that I think is current that we need to discuss. And I think one of the major issues I think we have in this country that sometimes go unspoken about, and my co-host, he's going to talk about it because he's very passionate about this. And I know 1 minute I think he should be in the Department of Immigration. Next minute I think he should be in the Department of Social Service. But we need to talk about the high rate of rape in this country, of murders in this country, and especially to the elderly. Who is looking out for the elderly? And I'm understanding that we're going to be having more convicted felons that God spend their time in the States and now coming back home, and then they'll be our problem in our country. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this kind of conversation tonight what we can have, this thing could be for the young at heart. So if you are underneath the age of 18, you need to be here tonight. This could be hot. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, again, I want you all to know that we are talking about several topics tonight. We're going to get to a lot of them, but we're going to address this one with a lot of the persons having their children go out for a night. The children coming back saying somebody touched them there. One other nasty boy end up touching your own birth mother. You know how that situation happened, but boy, I tell you, that's something. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to invite everybody to come on in, click the screen, share the live as we come in. Definitely, like I say to you, that kind of conversation we're going to have about molestation and children getting raped It's a lot. It's a lot. So my co-host, we're going to talk more on that.
Yes. I want to welcome, like I say, I want to welcome everybody. I want to welcome everybody back to the show. If you on YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok, I would like you all to keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, and let them know that Uncut 242 is live and in living colors.
Yes, live and living color. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, we're talking about several topics tonight, but the first one we're going to talk about is the rate of rapes that is happening in this country. We're understanding that a lot of kids are now being molested and they're not being reported to the news media, that is. We have a lot of reports that persons who have their teenage daughters getting raped by their stepfathers, a lot of those cases are now being more prevalent now. And it's not just talk about uh, the water, the water hose, or what you call it now, the water fountain. It's now being talked more when you're sitting down at the dinner table, or that one there, you see a child, she just get raped, this and that. And it's sad in our country that we still have these cases going on. What is social service really doing? Because I'm understanding that some of the persons who were misplaced with a recent fire, they didn't get the assistance that they needed from social service.
Wow.
So we now have a lot of social ills going on. A lot of money is being budgeted and spent, and we still aren't seeing the benefit of these monies being spent.
The thing about that, as us as Bahamians, we need to move away from being so afraid, thinking that, okay, then it only happening to me, so I'm not going to talk about it. And then we now allowing these children to grow up with these. Do you know what it is to grow up with this type of burden on you, knowing the fact that, okay, then the one who I trust, the one who I can find in is the same one who violate me and tell me if I speak out on this, then I'm gonna be unalive. If I talk to this person, they're gonna disown me and all of these stuff. These are the type of topics we need to start talking about inside our country. We could bring a lot of light to a lot of people who actually go through this stuff. And just before we go on, this show, Uncut 242, we try not to come on to this show, basically trying to make it seem like, okay, then some people might think that we better than people are because we are like, we don't have nothing going on with us, or we never experience these stuff. But I could say to the public, when I was younger, I was molested as well. When I was 12, 13 and 14, I was molested. And that's the reason why I would never forgive my parents, my grandparents. I don't like them. I will never forgive them because they were, I told my Grammy about it. And she told me, that's good. That's my business. Stay my ass home.
Wow.
That's one of my reasons. I would never forgive them. And me being an adult with an adult child, I can really, I'm getting over it now because I'm now speaking on these matters.
Yes.
And then I get a lot of people could relate to what I'm saying now because I am not only talking about it, I'm speaking from experience.
Yes.
But we have to now find that comfort zone or that comfort place where you could sit down and talk to somebody to get it off your chest. And at the end of the day, me doing that, I'm healing myself. And at the same time, I'm actually helping somebody out there to come out and speaking on what happened to them. So they could now put that all of that past and let that go. And now I want to say, moving on, I forgive them. But when you forgive somebody, you don't go back to the same people who hurt you.
Yes.
That just don't make sense.
Yeah.
I just forgive them. I have to stay away from the hurt and the pain because me going around them now, all of the years you've been holding that in, you could tend that now all of that could come rushing back.
Yeah.
But I just want to say before we move, and I just want to say the people out there who hurt me, I forgive you all. But I can't go back around them for that to come back up.
Yeah.
But I would like for everybody out there who been through this or who going through this now, find somebody who you're comfortable with to talk to them. And at the end of the day now inside the Bahamas, you have to be careful who you trust because who you trust
there you go.
The same person
there you
go
go
there and spread your business around and now try cost you. Why is it to go into a shell where you don't want to come out, you don't want to show your face, and we have a lot of people now would use they unalive themselves. Because they feel like nobody's there to listen to me, nobody's gonna help me, nobody's gonna out there for me. So let me just
end it all. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of kids, that's the outlet that they're to now. That's why they get into drinking, they get into smoking, they get into vandalizing people's property. They get into breaking house and they get to selling drugs and all these different things. It's because, again, there's no outlet. So those type of topics, we could go down a rabbit hole when it comes down to that type of topic.
Yes.
But I just want everybody to know that, to keep your ears, your eyes open up to what's happening internationally, that is. They're now sending back persons, and some of these persons coming with their baggage. Are you aware of these persons' past baggage that they're bringing here in our country?
But the government now vetting, doing full background checks on these people before they bring them into this country.
Well, they don't have no other choice now. Here, they just send them because they say they from the Bahamas, so they just can send them whoever. And that's a problem. That's a major problem, because then you have the citizenry at a standstill now. So I just want to let y'all know, please, your boy children, your girl children, your husband, your wife, your niece, your nephew, watch them, please.
Desperately.
Keep watching them. I got two, and I make sure I look out for. I mean, that is. And they know I love them dearly. Before they pa drop a hair, send to me, I go ball for them. If they ever see, you know what? Hey, listen. Boy, listen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about, we wanted to just bring awareness to that, because a lot of people aren't aware to it, and certain people are carrying hurt. And it's good that you was able to get over your hurt and be able to talk about it and do it in the most healthiest way possible for you. But most persons.
But like you say, and for the people out there, I just want you all to understand that didn't happen in 1 year, 2 years. Years. It take me years to really get over something like that, because we don't have nothing inside the Bahamas for outlet like that for people who go into hurt, pain, counseling, therapy. We don't have nothing for Bahamians to really release their anger, their childhood memories, all of their anger, all of the pain and hurt and stuff. We don't have nothing inside the Bahamas.
Mental health is a very serious thing.
Especially inside the Bahamas.
And then especially with the times that we're living in now, with the cost of living and everything going up. But nevertheless, let's get into the topics tonight.
Yes.
Because I want everybody to be aware of what's transpiring in our country.
Yeah, so as you all come and continue tapping the screen and sharing the live, producer, can you look to see if TikTok, if they're still blocking us, and if they are, please put F1 inside the comment and also tap the screen.
Okay.
So I'm glad you all are here with us tonight. Oh, before we get into that,
go ahead. Yes.
Sorry. So this sorry, I supposed to put these up before we start. Let me just put these right here. So before we start, just to let everybody know.
You keep adding now. Co-host now. Look what's going on here.
No, sorry,
what these days here?
It was ever
true. Be bringing these things on the show and don't even let nobody smell it.
It was ever true. How that smell?
Smell damn good.
And then you see, that's what that is.
Wow.
That's the okra grease.
Oh.
That's the okra hair food right there.
Wow.
So just want to let y'all know that this part of the show is brought to you in part by Uncle Dita's Natural Products. We sell 100% natural hair, face, and skin products.
Wow.
So we have the okra grease. The sun pulls out moisture. The okra grease holds in moisture, give you back a natural shine, thickens your hair, makes your hair longer, stronger, and fuller. And we also have you can do the same one too.
Nice. Smell like something to eat though.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's food.
Man, you think
it's just food for your hair. You can actually use this on your skin too as a moisturizer.
Really? You think I can eat some of that though?
So what that one is right there?
What this is here? What?
That's the one. What you put
strong. Oh, so this is the
grease to the oil.
This the grease to the oil.
Yeah.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, like I said to you, I definitely could tell you all, Uncle Dita's products do work. For those of you who know me, I've been growing my hair for quite a while. And one of the things, besides having a perfect loctician, is you definitely need to moisturize your hair and make sure to treat your hair. And these products do work. Okay. This same grease that I'm smelling and I like is great because I actually have the oil to this grease. and I grease my scalp every other day. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got to get Uncle D this product.
So this one is actually the quick growth hair food. So inside this is 20 ingredients inside this, but 2 of the 20 ingredients is garlic and onion. Everybody know garlic and onion helps with strengthening your hair
and exfoliates the hair follicles.
It give you, it exfoliate your hair follicles, give you back your natural shine. Same thing, thickens your hair, makes your hair longer, stronger, fuller. So this will basically be for people who have alopecia or you have your edges where your hair get polluted and it can't grow back. So this will help to grow your hair even faster.
Okay.
But when you put this inside, you will smell like garlic and onion. But the minute you step outside, the scent will instantly disappear. And then we also have the natural deodorant as sweat neutralizer. So the sweat neutralizer, you put this inside, you just take a little tiny bit and you put this on each arm, and this is actually, it cuts your scent. So it's really good. So if anybody is interested in any of these amazing products, you could give Uncle Didas a call at 809-2198. That's 809-2198.
Wow.
So give us a call anytime, just not after dark, because after dark, Jurassic Park.
I telling you, and trust me, you don't want to call after them hours because you might get the wrong answer. All right.
But let's move back to the show. Let's get back to the show.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the first topic we have: police has arrested 6 people after alleged seizing of marijuana infused Rice Krispie treats and other cannabis edibles packaged and reassembled at popular snacks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is something that, I know all about it because we got some young people. I was just telling my nephew who was 18, I tell my nephews, I say, listen, stay away from drugs, right? I know kids love to eat sweets and candies and all these different things. And now we knew edibles was going on. We know there's something inside schools. We all know about the syrup and all these different things. So
now hold on, wait now, boy. What syrup you talking about?
Not the same cough syrup but you drink it. Yeah, there's put a little something extra with that to get them high.
Man, you gotta.
Man,
you gotta teach me.
I gotta start bringing
lean,
and they call it lean. Yeah,
okay,
you're right. You got it.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I want everybody to understand what is how guidance counselors them know about it. We have the Department of Education. They know what's going on in the schools. They know who needs the assistance. But are they doing anything about it?
I think when it comes to the schools and stuff, we need a checkpoint. We need a metal detector. And plus we need to take everybody's school bag and drop every shit out and let them put them back inside there. We have to now make it serious when it comes to the children. And it's so sad that our children basically set up just like prison.
So the cough drops plus liquor in the schools
and alcohol
and pills. so that's what lean is. So that's cough drops with Sprite and alcohol.
And liquor.
Wow.
Well,
and they call it lean.
Let me just tell you something.
Hey, it can lean you over.
Our audience, we have just know a lot about the ingredients.
I telling you, so he might be one of them sellers. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you all, these are the questions we want to discuss. Should there be more penalties, increased penalties, that is, because there are penalties for drugs. We all know that. Should the schools begin drug education earlier?
Yeah.
And last but finally, are parents aware?
Now, not necessarily. When it comes to the parents, it's not
now you can't. Some of these parents really negligent these children life now. We have to
hold on. Now we are speaking the truth. It's iffy. When the parents is now,
especially if they single parents now. Some of these single mothers, they doing too much. Where's the men them?
But you listen,
stop planting your seeds and ain't taking care of children.
You gotta be careful with that.
They say the wife, the husband, and the children.
You gotta be careful with that.
No.
It's iffy. When our parents, when our women, the women them now we have some women out there what is more stronger than men. But when a woman now gonna go there work 3 and 4 jobs, in this day and age, woman is not going to trust any and anybody with their children. But it ain't that, some start at home. But when you now say, when you go to school and you allow your children now to mix up with other people, other children inside these school and stuff, then they tend, and then you have a lot of children now, peer pressure. Peer pressure is a serious thing. People don't want to be called sissy. People don't want to be called, oh, you light and this and that. People tend to do things just to try please other people. So we have to look at it like that too.
Agreed.
We have to now be fair when it comes to this.
Agreed.
Now, you flicking bird.
I agree. No, I agree with you at some extent, but not just because you are a single parent, that doesn't mean you be stern. We have peer pressure and all of that, and this is why it's important to teach your children leadership too. It's very important to teach them leadership.
So basically, somebody now, the phone is ringing up now. That's what the thing in there.
So who that is getting? Who that is getting abducted?
That's somebody abducted. That's what the thing in there. That's Amber Alert now.
Amber, yeah, don't worry about that. Thank you. Welcome, caller.
So
Boss lady.
As y'all come on, please put your phone on mute. But boss lady, we want you to be right there. We wasn't really looking to take nobody on the panel, but I glad you're there, boss lady. Now, stay, boss lady.
Stay, boss lady.
You can stay. I just didn't want nobody pop up for more people to come up and then try to report the live and shit. You know how these animals them go. But stay, boss lady. Welcome to Uncut 242. We're live inside the studio.
Yes.
Now, if anybody see the Amber Alert, which one of them not and gone missing now?
How old the child is?
How old? And I know it's a child. How old is?
Because first is more accidents on the road now is a child.
So the child is 16 now. What has been basically now missing?
Wow.
George Turquoise. So y'all please, if y'all got Josh, if anybody out there trying to send George for human trafficking.
Yeah, but human trafficking ain't just about just kidnapping a human, Organs. These children are virgins as well. Don't forget they want the
y'all please 16, let them send them children back 16, home to their parents, please.
Oh yeah, I know. At 16, some of us been doing some things at 16, I know. But
nah,
George,
not me, nah. I was not. Not me.
Oh gosh.
Not me at that age, and I was scared of them freaking animals like all family. I was scared of them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here are some possible solutions that we could possibly do. Do a national drug awareness campaign. Possibly do tougher penalties for targeting children, and that's very important. Anonymous community reporting. So, like you say, some of us, we know what's going on in these communities. We got to be brothers keeper.
We need to go back. We need to go back to and boss lady, whilst you on the live. And who else is on TikTok?
Yeah, only boss lady so far.
Okay, so
keep her there.
We want you to interject when we ask you to, boss lady. So when it comes to now community, we need to go and back to a safer community. We need to now know who is next door to you, know who your neighbor is, and then take that on to the whole community, so we could now make sure our community is safe and then our children are safe as well. So yes. That means if anybody new community, you know exactly who's inside your community, and you can now help with doing what you're doing. How do you feel about that?
I totally agree with as it stands right now. The children or people I know, I watch like my own children.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally come in when it comes to children, because that's not a good feeling. That's not a good feeling to know that your child is missing. That's not a good feeling for any parent, And it draws me back to the little girl that they had missing and come to find out she was one of the people in the car.
In the car.
Yes.
That was something else. I was wow, and so we need to be our brothers keeper again. We need to go back where the village raised the children. If you see somebody out, don't look or that looks suspicious around this child that say something, call them,
Yes.
So it's something all of us could take part in.
Yes.
Much agreed.